Live from Los Angeles. Welcome back to Good Morning, LaLa. On Friday, it's all about loving life. And we have Kate Malvenan in the house. You're a cancer survivor.
Sure am.
You are a business, or you run a business all about home goods and stuff.
Yep.
So we want to hear your personal journey to really finding the love in your life.
Yeah, okay. So I suppose the nitty gritty is that exactly a year ago, I was diagnosed with cancer, lung cancer. I'm a non-smoker. So that was a surprise. Lung cancer, it's gone into my liver, lymph nodes, hip, ribs, spine, shoulders. I was given as little as 6 months to live. 2 years prior, I'd lost my husband to an ice addiction. I actually call it ice. Street name is methamphetamine. And I say lost, he's somewhere in the world. I don't know where. He's on the street using intravenously. So my heart was broken. They do say that you hold your grief in your lungs. So I was 39, going to the gym 5 times a week, told you have lung cancer. I've got a beautiful little girl. She was 2 at the time, called Annabelle. Right there and then, I was told you don't have long to live. I had to find strength from somewhere, and I found it in her. So the doctor said, look, you might only have 12 months. They put me on a targeted therapy drug, and they said, well, we could probably get you to 18 to 24 months. My little girl would only be 4 at that time. So I was very, very fortunate. I bumped into a friend and he said, Kate, there are other ways. There's a clinic in Mexico, it's called Hope for Cancer. The next day I bumped into someone else and they said, you know what, there's a clinic in Mexico and it's called Hope for Cancer. Well, I was given no hope at all from the Australian medical industry, at all. I was told, you're going to die. I said, operate on my lung, take it out, we can't do that. Chemotherapy, we're not going to do that. So right there and then I became a power force. And I said, I became a mother tiger. I was looking after my cub. Annabelle doesn't have a dad because he's a drug addict. She has to have a mum. The most important thing in the world is that she has a mummy around. So I jumped on a plane and I went to, it's going to get me emotional now because it's just such an amazing story. I went to a clinic in Cancun in Mexico, and within 3 weeks, we'd got 50% of the cancer gone. Wow. I've been back since. I'm actually en route to Mexico now, hence why I'm in LA, and I'm now 90% cancer-free.
So how? What happened?
A lot of non-toxic therapies, a lot of heat therapy. They bring your body to fever point to start killing these cancer cells. A lot of IVs, so vitamin C, curcumin, B17, all natural products that go in.
And what about releasing the grief?
Oh, I mean, that's
the emotion you've been
absolutely. That's a huge thing, and I think that's something that we don't realise. We think cancer is physical. Well, for me, it was most definitely emotional. So I've had a grief counsellor for 2 years. A lot of heart opening, a lot of forgiveness. You have to do that to move forwards. Of course, there was a lot of anger, grief, upset, depression. I mean, I was depressed. I was ready to put a bullet through my brain. I literally was.
When you saw the progress and you saw it happening that quickly, were you shocked and were you in denial at all about it, or did you just know that it was going to be successful experience for you?
At the start, I didn't know. Now I know. Now I know I'm going to survive. I still have cancer. The doctors in Australia would still say that because I was stage 4, I'm still terminal. But that's no chance. I've never felt better. I've never felt healthier. I've never felt happier. I eat organically, vegan.
We know that now there's been, the study of 3,500 cancer, spontaneous remission, basically, so we know now that there is the possibility. And as a doctor of divinity, we really teach the power of mind. And I truly believe that all disease begins in mind. It begins in even the choices that we're making as a culture to create toxins in our culture.
Absolutely.
So what's your biggest takeaway now for somebody I believe that we never go through something, at some level we've chosen at some core spiritual level because we know we want to experience that to make a difference in the world. You're here today because you're a voice for this, right? So what's your message around all of it?
The message is just to be connected to your thought process, to be connected to your mind, and understand that stress, anxiety, grief will bring on disease. I'm a massive advocate now for independent alternate therapies. I think they really do work. I'm a massive advocate that we mustn't hand over the power to somebody else. So when I walked into that hospital, and there's the four specialists, a GP, do you call that an MD, radiologist, lung specialist, oncologist, they said, that there's nothing that can be done. And most of us would take that. I mean, I'm English, so we go to a doctor in a white coat because we're sick and we look up to them and we respect them. But if I hadn't gone on the path that I had, I probably wouldn't be here right now. So you've got to listen to your intuition, listen to your gut, take some risks.
Please tell everyone how they can continue to follow you, support you.
Yeah, I have a beautiful Instagram page. It's called It's Not Kate's Time. It's _not_Kate's_time. The support from Australia, the support from worldwide has been huge. I don't think I would be this far emotionally down the track if it hadn't been for the support of everyone behind us, the encouragement.
Well, just knowing that, look, there's a time and place for traditional medicine, alternative medicine. It's important to think for yourself and make your own choices. We know that we cannot say there's a cure other than the medical world legally. So really honoring whoever's path, wherever you are at.
Yeah,
Thank you so
absolutely.
much for sharing
Thank
your
you.
story. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Thank you.